You know, guys, I'm starting to think the one day I take a break any time in the week is usually a Wednesday, right? I don't like uploading on Wednesdays. I don't like interacting with humans on Wednesdays because Wednesdays just suck. But the one time I actively decide, you know what? I'm just not even gonna look at anything Call of Duty related on Wednesday. Apparently, that's the day that all of this madness happens, and guys, to absolutely nobody's surprise, the madness here, quote-unquote, is essentially just the bigger reveal of Verdansk Warzone coming back in a few days. And you would think that there's just a whole bunch of crazy news and leaks coming out about this, but damn near all of it is stuff that we've seen before. And I understand that's the point, but I just find it hilarious how many people have come out here just mouths wide open, just begging for that Activision gooch, begging for that Bobby Cosby taint. All of them out here on full force, guys. There's like 5 days left in this season, and all these people are excited for is something that we've had before. And you already know how it goes around here, guys. Where there's gooch liquor and there's some knob gobbling going on around, there is a scat master to bring equilibrium and balance to the world. And that's what I'm here to do today. So if you get offended, if you get scared at the big mean words that I got for Call of Duty today, kindly click on the red X on the top right corner, get on out of here. If you want to leave a comment depicting all your virginity to us, go ahead, that's cool. If you can't handle the truth, if you can't handle critical content, go ahead and subscribe to Dyke Dynamite instead if you like taking it up the ass. But guys, before I get into it, I'm gonna need you to leave a fat, girthy, Gorlock the Destroyer sized like on today's video and subscribe if you're new. You already know what to do down in the comments below. Hashtag Fooly50. We're getting closer and closer and closer, guys. Be a part of the cause. Do not be part of the Bobby Cosby gooch licking, if you know what I'm saying. Huh? But anyways, guys, let's kickstart this with the roadmap to Season 3 in Warzone and Verdansk's return. So as you can see here, we got the entire roadmap outlined, and I just wanted to start out by showing us the right side of this roadmap. Everything on the right side is returning content for Verdansk and Warzone. They felt the need to put this on the roadmap to get people hyped, but there's gonna be 150 players in Battle Royale, there's gonna be vehicles returning, there's gonna be helicopters returning, you could shoot while free falling is returning, floating loot is returning, a vertical buy station menu is returning, oh yeah, supply runs and recon contracts are returning. A thermite is returning. Wow, that's cool. The event attached to Verdansk is literally called Return to Verdansk. And my favorite part of this entire roadmap are the classic elements that are returning. Circle pacing, cinematics, contract multiplier, announcer, and victory screen. Yep, guys, that is a classic element that we really need to hype up is returning. A fucking victory screen.
Bullshit always, man.
What's happened in the Call of Duty community, man? Jesus. The Specialist perk pack is coming back, big game bounty, and more. Now guys, if you thought what you just looked at right now was a whole lot of just nonsensical returning things that we've already had in Warzone, guess what's on the left side that they don't want to call returning? It's still just returning things. Verdansk, Gulag Showers, Battle Royale mode, Resurgence Rebirth, Plunder, Ranked Play. We do have two things that are somewhat new, I guess. We have Battle Royale Casual, and I think I'll talk about that in a separate video. If you know, you know. High Trip Resurgence. And then in Quality of Life, they have Squad Redeploy and Buy Station, Detailed Death Recap widgets, Inspect to View attachments, HUD loadout icon when buyable, prioritize favorite loadout in Gunsmith, and field upgrades in Squad widget.
Don't care, still don't care, I don't care.
So pretty much to summarize this, all it is Verdansk. Okay, it's the same Verdansk for the most part. We'll talk about one of the slight changes very soon, but essentially it's just the 2020 version of Verdansk. Once again, all they're proving to me is that when it comes to their new content, clearly it's not doing its job in sustaining the Call of Duty community's player base. It's not holding its popularity, and honestly, all it's proving even more to me is that Call of Duty truly is dying. It's on the decline, it's on a downhill trend and slope. A couple of days ago, I saw somebody in the comments talking about they can disprove that the trends that are dropping in Steam can correlate to a downward trend on other platforms. Like, he wants to disprove basic statistical data research methods that have existed in modern civilization for hundreds of years. I mean, hey, if you gooch slickers can really do that, if you could pull that off, be my guest. What the hell? But seriously, all this has done is show me that Call of Duty has been on such a decline that not only do they need to bring one of their biggest cash cows back almost to its original form, but on top of that, when they go about advertising it, they're not advertising how cool the map is nowadays. They're not advertising how the servers have been fixed, or that now you can play this thing on 120 hertz, which is an actual thing that I wish more people would talk about. They're not talking about the anti-cheat, and we got a separate video dedicated to that in the future as well. They're just showing you, hey look, Gulag Showers is back because we took it away. Hey look, the victory screen is back because we took it away. Hey look, the vertical UI menu is back because again, we took it away. Hey look, the floating loot is back because you know what? We took it away. For what reason? I don't know. Nobody seemingly knows. But one thing is for certain as an outcome of this. The gooch slickers out there are back in full force. We're so back! Call of Duty's back! We did it!
Shut the fuck up!
If you guys cannot understand just the level of this astronomical bait and switch that Activision has just done on everybody, then I don't think you have the right to call out critical content creators as rage baiters, because you are quite literally being fed the easiest nostalgia bait that Activision has ever pulled off in Call of Duty history right before your eyes. If you can't understand that, if you can't see that, again, you don't deserve a spot here in the Call of Duty community. You know what spot you deserve? You deserve that spot over in the zoo going for a fucking banana. That is your deserved spot. Now, there's obviously other things that are returning that were not presented on this roadmap, and those are some things that I'm going to show you guys right now. This comes out from Charlie Intel. He says, the AMAX, Kilo, HDR, and Kali sticks are confirmed to be returning in Warzone with Verdansk in Season 3. And this post has 1 million goddamn views. You know how many people are excited for returning old guns that used to be ungodly in the original Warzone? Again, quite literally the easiest bait and switch anybody could ever perform. And here's another one from Charlie Intel as well. He says, all players can unlock the Milsim Youssef and Domino operator to use in Call of Duty Warzone just by launching Warzone on April 3rd. Note, these two operators can only be used in Warzone and are not available to use in Black Ops 6 multiplayer or zombies. What? Now, a lot of people are actual fans of these skins, and it needs to be noted right away. I'm not sure why this wasn't noted in the post. The skin is literally from MW 2019, and I'm pretty sure it's a default skin in that game. Again, we're banking on this whole nostalgic factor to carry the rollout of Warzone, and honestly, it's working. The worst part is that it's working, and a lot of the gooch slickers out there, again, they're gonna be super lost in the sauce, in the nostalgic sauce that, hey, oh my god, I'm playing Verdansk again like I used to back in 2020, but wait, why is there so much packet burst? Oh no, this guy's locking onto me in between a wall. Oh no, I feel like I'm pretty good at this game, but I keep on lagging and my enemies who suck, they're all on like 20 ping. The gooch slickers, they're not ready for that yet, okay? There's some of us that are obviously predicting and just waiting for that to happen. But again, Activision can't talk about how they've prevented any of those things from happening. They can't give you an explanation for any of it. All they're feeding you is this nostalgic slop. Again. Now, I did mention that there are a few things that were changing with Warzone Verdansk, and the first thing, and I actually do like this, and I mentioned this in my live stream. By the way, if you were in that live stream, you're a goat. I'd like to see your new emojis down in the comments below as well. We saw that Verdansk is going to have updates to certain locations. There's going to be some new things added into it, different map elements. That's good. I am actually for that. So to all you gooch slickers out there saying, oh, you never have anything positive to say. Well, there you go. The Scatmaster said something nice about Call of Duty and I hop off my Johnson. But there is another change that I actually find kind of interesting, And I've seen a lot of people in the comments asking, hey, where's Doug? Where's Doug Dimmadome Warzone? Where is he? Well, guys, this is a tweet that comes out from Doug Dimmadome Warzone.
Fuck you, Doug!
He says, unique Warzone movement incoming. Verdansk will feature updated movement that is unique to Warzone. The system itself is still based in Omni movement, but it has been fine-tuned just for Warzone to be closer to the original experience in terms of pacing and gameplay feel. Now listen, to the people that really wanted this to be the traditional Warzone Verdansk feel from 2020, this is an actual blessing. In a way. I mean, it's still Omni movement, unfortunately for you guys, but the fact that they're tuning this to be similar to the original Warzone feel, again, I'm gonna say that is a good thing. I don't know how I feel about it sticking to Omni movement, but I will say, at least it's somewhere in the middle, okay? That is something that these developers should do more often. We have a current system in place. People want the nostalgic feel that does not have that implemented feature in place. What do you do to appease both sides? Meet in the middle. That's it. It's simple concept. I genuinely wish they would do this more often. But there is a heavy implication here that honestly just further proves the things that I have been saying, the things that some of these other content creators have been saying, and it disproves what a lot of these gooch lickers think. See, they seemingly think Black Ops 6 is some sort of massive success, that this new era of Call of Duty is better than the old Call of Duties, that this new era of Call of Duty is not as bad as you think, and we're just rage baiting about it. Oh hey, that's pretty cool. First of all, get the balls out your mouth. Second of all, tell me why they would feel the need to essentially nerf Omni movement, a key feature of Black Ops 6 for this new Warzone update. I'll tell you exactly why. Because for the most part, from what I've seen and gathered, most people do not like Omni movement. Personally, I don't mind it. I've adapted quite well to it. But if Omni movement never existed, I wouldn't care. I don't care if Omni movement is completely gone in the next title. But I understand that there's a lot of people that simply cannot stand it. They dislike it. Maybe that's contributing to why Call of Duty's kind of in the gutter this year. So what do? They need to nerf it so that the people that are on Black Ops 6 that do not like Omni movement and are no longer playing it go back to Verdansk, play Warzone, and hey, that Omni movement system that you disliked, it's been lessened and it's been nerfed. It's a little bit slower. I know a lot of the gooch slickers out there are very slow. If you're not understanding this, this is essentially a ploy to get people to go on Warzone. Which again proves that Black Ops 6 is not as popular as you think. But on top of that, to the people that are strictly on Warzone, you know that there's some nostalgia bait sprinkled in here too, because they're actively going away from how the current game feels to give you more of a traditional feel that you used to have in 2020. What is that called? That's called nostalgia bait. I'm sorry if you choose not to see it that way. I'm sorry if you're ignorant. I'm sorry if the public education system failed you, but that is essentially what nostalgia baiting is. And while I appreciate this move, specifically the portion about it being right in the middle of the two systems, I can't help but feel the only reason they're doing this is disingenuous in the fact that they're only doing it because Call of Duty is not in a good state right now, and they need to bring back as many players as humanly possible. Once again, if Verdansk is a flop in the long term, Warzone is chalked. It's done. Please! All you gooch slickers out there that have this super hard on for Call of Duty, you need to get a grip on reality. Call of Duty is not the same as it used to be. It's not in the state it used to be in. It's obviously not as successful as you're making it out to be and thinking it is. If they're contemplating on getting rid of Warzone, obviously it's not in a good state. Guys, there's a whole lot of news on Warzone and Verdansk that I haven't covered yet. I mean, we have the whole AI thing, we have this new anti-cheat update, kind of, but realistically it's only for unlock tools. I mean, seriously, there's a lot of things to talk about, and in the next few days, all you're gonna get is the Scat Master slapping the dog shit out of all of these gooch lickers and Activision. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about all this. Are you getting hyped for Verdansk, now seeing the new roadmap? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly, Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.
This ain't in my body.